and welcome back to Yoga by Paige. We're so glad that you're here. If you like our flows, be sure to subscribe to our channel for weekly yoga videos. In today's practice, we're going to be working on just opening up the entire back body, so through our shoulders, through our lower back, and even into our hamstrings. I hope you really enjoy this flow, and if you need any warm-ups, be sure to check out our Sun A and Sun B. Let's get started. We'll come into downward facing dog, planting the hands underneath our shoulders, lifting the hips up nice and high, spreading the weight through the base of our forefingers, allowing each digit to grip the mat. Our chest reaches even closer toward the thighs, and the heels draw all the way down towards the ground. We'll take 3 breaths here just to reset and connect with our bodies, evaluating how the backside body feels today as you arrive on your mat. 1 more breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll float the right leg high for 3-leg dog. Nice big stretch. And then exhaling, squeeze that knee towards your chest, stepping the foot between your hands. Your knee will stack over the ankle. The left leg will stay straight, but we'll turn the toes out at an angle, setting up for warrior 1. Wrap that right hip back and then start to float the arms up. So your hips will be at a slight diagonal as we start to square the chest off towards the front edge of our mat. You also want to think about this thigh wrapping back so that you have an engagement through both legs. Press the ground away with that back leg and start to catch your weight with the front leg so you feel slightly suspended between both. From our warrior 1 here, we'll inhale, open the arms really nice and wide, palms up, and we'll start with the right hand coming across our body, and then we'll stack the left arm on top right at the elbows or the elbow creases. And then option 1 here is to bring the backs of your hands together or bring the palms of your hands together for a double wrap. The back legs is still nice and straight. The shoulders draw away from your ears and the elbows lift up in line with the shoulders. We'll think about pressing the forearms away just to find a little bit more space between our shoulder blades and the back of our body. And now we'll flow. Without the ribs popping out too much here, lift the elbows all the way up to the ceiling. Continue to pull the belly in. Now exhale, this is just for the upper back. We're going to draw the elbows toward the belly button. Inhale, reach the elbows up to the ceiling. And exhale, elbows down. Inhale, elbows reach up. And exhale, elbows down. Inhale, come back through center. We're going to reach those elbows forward as you start to hinge out over this right thigh. You're going to pop up onto the ball of that left foot, stepping into a warrior 3. Let the forearms parallel to the ground. So also let your left hip drop. And if it helps to put a little bend in your standing leg, feel free to. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Maybe reach those fingertips forward. Exhale. Now we'll unwind the arms out into a big T. Inhale. Feel that space. The blood will rush back in. And on our exhale, we're going to drop the left hand down. You might notice that I have a block at the top of my mat. If you want to use a block on a low, medium, or high setting, you can. This just helps your arms become a little bit longer. That way you can keep your alignment here. Then, as you press that left hand into the ground or your block, you'll extend the right leg all the way up. Make sure that left leg stays really strong, as if you're standing on the wall behind you. We'll take 1 more breath in our revolved half moon. And then on your exhale, bend your right knee, step the left leg all the way back. You can set your block aside. We'll windmill open to warrior 2. So the right toes are pointing, those never really even changed, and the left leg is once more straight. But now our hips are opening, the knee is tracking towards the front, and the arms reach out broad in a T. Gaze looks over the front fingertips. Take 1 big breath here in your warrior 2, feeling that right hip. And now we'll turn the right toes in, left heel in to sit our hips down for horse pose. So we're trying to get the hips down in line with the knees, continuing to reach the belly button into the spine, feeling that toning through the abdominals. This one will get your hips going really quick. You'll take a big breath here, find length in the spine. And on your next exhale, drop a little bit lower. Pretend like you like it. Now inhale, stand all the way up. Turn the toes in, heels out. We'll swan dive into a wide leg forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Reach the crown of your head out. And exhale, yogi's choice here. You can walk your hands all the way through, reaching the crown of your head towards the mat, maybe even shifting the weight into the balls of your feet. If you have a headstand practice, this might be a really fun time to practice that headstand. You can come into tripod headstand or Shirshasana headstand, where you start to set the crown of your head onto the mat, hug the shoulders away from the ears, and then you can slowly float those legs up nice and high. We'll be here for 2 more breaths, either in your headstand or in your wide leg forward fold. Last one. And then wherever you are, make sure your feet are on the ground. We'll place the hands underneath our shoulders, lift the chest up halfway. And then exhaling, forward fold. We'll walk our hands to the front of our mat in a nice low lunge. Pause in your low lunge, plant the hands on either side of your front foot, stepping it back, high plank pose. Inhale, shift forward to your toes. Chaturanga, elbows into the side body. Inhale, pull your chest through, upward facing dog. And exhaling back, downward facing dog. Big breath here in your down dog to reset. And exhale. We'll start into our second side. Left leg floats high, 3-leg dog. Inhale, stretching it out. Exhaling, step the foot between your hands, knee over ankle. We'll turn the right toes out, right heel down. Rise up for that warrior 1. Remember, the hips are slightly off center, but the shoulders are centering. So you get a little bit oblique action. Your back leg is strong and engaged, pressing that ground away, lifting up that inner arch, and then sending that energy forward again so you can feel that balance of your torso right between. Inhaling to open arms nice and wide. This time our left arm will come in front. Our right arm will stack on top right at that elbow crease. And you have option of bringing the backs of the hands together or finding that double wrap for eagle arms. Shoulders glide down away from the ears. Elbows are lifting up and the forearms reach forward. Pull the navel into the spine, knitting the rib cage in. We'll flow just as we did on the first side. Inhale, elbows to the sky. Exhale, elbows into your belly. Inhale, elbows to sky. Exhale, elbows to the belly. This is just for the upper body here. One more time. Inhale, elbows high. And then exhale, elbows to the belly. Stay here. We're going to reach out over this left leg, lift up high into the ball of that right foot, slowly stepping our way into that warrior 3 with our eagle arms. Pointing the right hip bone down, flex the right toes. And then inhale, unwind your arms out into that nice big T. And remember, if you used your block last time or not, we'll drop the right hand down, either to the mat or to a block. I really like a block. Pressing that hand in, start to open up your chest to the left side of your mat, looking up at the left fingertips. Keeping both legs really strong and straight, trying to drop that right hip down. Big inhale here. Hold for that exhale. And then we'll bend this left knee, step the right leg back as far as you can. Unwind and open up to warrior 2. Arrive and land in your warrior 2. Really start to feel this left leg working, getting a little bit into our hips. Right leg stays super strong and straight. Big inhale. And exhale. From your warrior 2, inhale, reach up. Turn the left toes in, the right heel in, and then sit your seat down nice and low, trying to get the seat in line with your knees, coming into that horse stance. So you're pulling the belly in, lengthening the tailbone down towards the ground, and pressing those knees open nice and wide. We're only here for 1 more breath. If you smile, it makes it better. And then inhale, stand all the way up. Turn the toes in, heels out. We'll swan dive into that forward fold. Inhale to find your halfway lift, lengthening legs and chest. And just as you did on the first time, you can come into the variation you prefer. You can walk your hands through. Maybe you like to grab onto the ankles. Shift the weight into the balls of your feet and reach the crown of the head down towards the mat, closing the distance between your chest and your thighs. If you took that headstand variation on the first side, you can go ahead and do that again now. Inhaling, floating the legs up. We'll be here all together for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Remember, if you're not in that headstand, you're just in your wide leg forward fold. And then we will all bring our feet back down to the mat, pressing the hands underneath the shoulders to lift up halfway. Exhaling, walk your hands towards the front of your mat, low lunge. Frame the front of your foot with both hands, step in it back, high plank pose. Inhale, shift forward to your toes, chaturanga as you exhale. Inhaling, upward facing dog, and exhaling back, downward facing dog. Big breath here. Inhale, reset for 3 and 2. Last one. We'll flow through that a little bit faster. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Warrior 2 as you inhale, left toes out, left heel down. Exhale to arrive. Inhale, arms open wide. Exhale, right arm underneath, left arm on top. Wind it up. Just one round here. Inhale, elbows to the sky. Exhale, elbows to the belly. Stay here. Inhale, step into your warrior 3. Exhale to stay there. Left hip bone points down. Inhale, open the arms nice and wide. Exhale, left hand down. Maybe you grab your block. Right arm to the sky, revolved half moon. Wrap the right hip back. Inhale. Now exhale, bend that right knee, stepping it back. Open up, warrior 2. Inhale. Settle in on your exhale. Then inhale for your horse. Turn the right toes in, left heel in. Drop your hips nice and low. Big breath here. Inhale. And on your exhale, bow out, turn the toes in, heels out, forward fold, wide leg. Inhale, halfway lift. And then make your decision. Do you want the headstand? Do you want the wide leg fold? I'm going to take the wide leg fold this time. We have 2 more breaths. Breathing here, shifting the weight forward, keeping the neck nice and long. Last one. And then go ahead and bring your feet down if they're up. Inhale to lift up halfway, hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale, we'll turn to that low lunge at the front of our mats. Planting your hands on either side of your front foot, stepping it back, high plank pose. Inhale, shift to your toes, chaturanga, exhale. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling back, downward facing dog. One breath here to reset before we move on to the second side. Connect to your purpose and intention. Notice how your body feels. And here we go, yogis. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Right toes out, right heel down. Rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, settles you in. Open your arms out wide into a T. Left arm underneath first, right arm on top. Wrap it up. Inhale, 1 round of breath, elbows to the ceiling. Exhale, elbows to your belly. Inhale, reach forward to step into that warrior 3. Flex the right toes. Hold for the exhale. Unwind your arms. Inhale, nice wide T. Exhale, right hand down. Maybe you put it on that block. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Revolved half moon. Big inhale here. And now exhale, bend that left leg, step it back. Unwind your arms, opening up to warrior 2. 1 breath in your warrior 2. And then turn the left toes in, right heel in. Find that horse towards the back of your mat. Drop in the hips nice and low. And then yogi's choice. Are you going to go into that wide leg fold or into your headstand? Arrive in your fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then choose. What do you need right now, today? Let the head hang heavy. Shifting the weight forward. Closing the distance if you're in that forward fold between chest and thighs. We have 1 more breath. Inhaling, lift yourself up halfway. We'll walk our hands to the front of the mat. Low lunge. Hands are on either side of your front foot. Stepping it back, high plank pose. Shift forward to your toes. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, down dog, inhale. And then go ahead and float your knees down to the mat. Elbows as well. Find that child's pose just to let that go. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. I hope you feel like you got some opening in the backside of your body. And if you're looking for a way to cool down, stay tuned for one of my next videos. Namaste.